First of all, it's a huge honor for me to be here. And while I was sitting, my partner at Snap Fitness, Levani, last year he came at this event as a speaker. So I saw on social media he shared the event name and the Fuckup. And Levani, a little bit of background about Levani. He's a banker. He worked in the bank for 16 years, and he's my partner. And obviously, I like him as a person, and his presence, and he's a very classy guy, right? I mean, literally in Georgian, you guys know how much we curse, and he doesn't curse at all. So him attending this event, it was shocking for me, and I said, called him and said, are you kidding me? Like, what is the fuck up about? What's that word about? And now I understand. Good choice, my friend. Anybody watch golf? Golf in US, all right. You know what they give the prize, the winner? PGA Tour, what they give the prize? What is it?
The prize for what, like one of the majors?
The winner. What the winner getting?
Millions of dollars.
Beside that, like gold medal, what is it?
You get like a green jacket.
Yeah, so that's not from it, okay? So it's all right. Okay, I want to share the two things actually. One from my basketball career and one from the business career, I would say. Did you guys watch? I was in only one show in Georgian channels recently last week. Did you guys see it in Rustavi 2 at late night? You okay? Good. Most of you guys haven't seen it because there was a question that was asked to me. I said, "What was your biggest achievement in an early stage of your career?" And that's what I would like to share with you guys. I was 13 years old, playing for a junior national team, and there were 14 players in the team, and only 12 supposed to make the team. So 2 was leftovers, and I was the one of the 2 players though who was leftover. And back then, you got to think about it, in the 90s, it was tough life, right? In Georgia, a lot of struggles, and my family wasn't any different from that. And can you imagine how exciting it was, for all the 14 kids to know that you had the opportunity to go somewhere else? And the country, actually, the tournament was in Italy. So I was dreaming about it. I was dreaming about the opportunity to represent my country on the court, and at the same time visit Italy. And when the coach told me, when they announced the 12 players and I was the one who was left over, it was a huge fuck up for me. And same time, lesson. I started working really, really hard. I want them to prove them wrong, every single night. And that's when basically my personality really became obvious. It's kind of, I don't know, maybe I had it, maybe I didn't, but it carries over, that moment carries over still now. And I'm standing in front of you, 16-year-old NBA vet, 2-time champ, as she mentioned, played over 1,000 games, right, in NBA. And I've been lucky to achieve that. But same time, I'll tell you, success is not owned, it's rented. And I'm playing dues every single day, every day. And that fuck up moment helped me to realize this. It doesn't matter what you achieve in your life, it's not forever, it's rented. And you gotta work so hard every single day to maintain the position you are. And the second story with the business is in 2010, it was one of the first contract I signed in my professional career. And I thought, wow, this life is great. Unfortunately, a lot of NBA players, a lot of athletes deal with the same situation where, you come from the tough childhood and the background, and then suddenly you get a check, millions of dollars, and you're so excited to do something with it. And I decided to invest the money, open the restaurant in Atlanta, Georgia. That's where I played most of my career. I spent there 8 years. And it's still my second home, in the world and in US, obviously. And I met the guy who was the GM of general manager of one of the pretty nice restaurants in Atlanta. They had a pretty cool nights and pretty nice audience and great vibe. So I thought, why don't we open a restaurant together? I'll bring my teammates and you bring your experience and we're gonna make it live. We're gonna make a lot of money from it. And he liked the idea, but he didn't have any money. I said, no problem. I got money. I just signed a contract. And there are a bunch of zeros out there. So I decided to invest. We opened 2 restaurants in Atlanta. Then didn't last 2 years. But guy had no motivation. He had no pressure whatsoever. And so somebody who got hurt, it was me. There was a great start in my business career because since then, I've been really, really careful in doing my homework, doing my due diligence. Since then, I've been really picky about who I invest the money with. And not only just invest my money, also I'm looking for my partners to invest the money also. That way we have shared amount of risk. And as a person from the team sports, we understand how the team works, and I think this is fair. And I've been lucky, very lucky actually, since then, to have amazing partners, whatever brands was mentioned before, and one of them sitting here. And as a team player, I'm definitely looking for complementing each other, from learning each other, supporting each other, and risking, same amount of time and values. And it's been great ride so far. And one of the things also I would tell you, after closing the restaurant, both restaurants same time, actually the process, there were some other issues we had with the U.S. government, and process actually ended last year. And there was an article actually about it too, that the accountant who was involved in it, I sued him, and he got arrested last year. But why I'm saying this is because obviously not just looking at everything is very colorful, and not paying attention to details and doing the homework and thinking about it, evaluating and picking the right partners. It lasted for a dozen years, right? So, and during that time, it was every day reminding to myself that you don't want to be in the situation again. So you better pay attention to the small details and really get into it and pick the right person. Pick the right person who is also risking same way that you are. So these 2 moments in my life, from the basketball side and the business side, and I'm telling you, it's one of the greatest things that happened to me. And I always like when Jack Ma says, kind of makes me feel better that when you're making mistakes, you better make sure mistakes when you're between 20 and 30s, and I was lucky enough to make that mistake. But same time, actually, I'm the 4th speaker here in this event, and we're all talking about our fuck-ups. But I'll tell you guys, don't be afraid to fuck it up. Don't be afraid. It's a great thing, and it might sound bad, it's either, with, minus an account, having no money, or losing people, or losing the opportunity, or losing money like myself. It sounds bad, but don't be afraid. Go for it. It's a lifetime experience that's gonna definitely help you to make the better decisions, because life goes on, and you can always learn from your mistakes. And this will be my last recommendation before I take your questions. But I decided to keep it short because it's been a long day for you guys, and probably you guys are all tired. But this is a great thing, a great event, because a lot of people talking about their success, but we don't hear a lot of fuck-up stories. But this is, I would say, as important as the success. And appreciate for sharing your experiences. And personally for me, it was learning experience as well. So I want to wish you guys good luck. Good luck to the Fuckup, moving forward. And now I'm going to take the 3 questions. Whoever got it.